Got another cute little folklore story. Seems there's a small island out on the lake called Becky's Garden. And how that came to be is... that's a cute little tale. Seems there was this family, had a daughter named Rebecca and a couple other daughters, and the other daughters liked everything rich and fancy, and Becky, oh, she liked the simple life. Her greatest joy, in fact, was tending her gardens and keeping her gardens pretty. Her sisters didn't think much of her hobby and always teased her and picked on her about it. Then one day, Becky went out to tend her garden, and it was readily apparent somebody had let the cows out, and well, the cows went and trampled through her garden and, let's just say, applied a good fresh coating of fertilizer all over everything. And Becky, she was just heartbroken, and her sisters laughed. Everybody thinks the sisters did it, but there's no proof, so whatever. Well, anyways, Becky's dad felt bad for her, and he said, you know, to make it up to you, you can have any island out in the lake that you want. It'll be yours. Well, didn't this just upset the sisters? How come Becky gets to have an island and we don't? We want islands too, Daddy. So anyways, they got after the old man. The old man, after a while, acquiesced and said, okay, you can each have your own island as well. But Becky gets to pick first. Well, this didn't please the sisters none, being as they were. But Becky, being a kind-hearted soul, she figured she'd make things better, and she went out and she picked the smallest island on the lake. And the sisters were quite happy. They all picked their great big islands and whatnot. Becky's little island was nothing more than a pile of rocks and a bush on it, but it was her island and she was happy. But anyways, as stories go, the word spread, and rich young suitor from down Boston way heard of the story, and he figured he had to come up and meet this young Becky. So he came up and they courted and they fell in love and married and lived happily ever after. Meanwhile, the sisters, they spent miserable lives of isolation out on their great big islands that nobody would come to visit them on. So yeah, it's kind of a Cinderella tale. But anyways, Becky's Island does have a structure on it. It's a small house, and it is considered the smallest inhabited island on the lake. Oh, many times go putting by Becky's Island back in the day, and I didn't realize what it was. And sure enough, it's a pretty good little story.